Hello and welcome to our flipped instructional session on Unit 6, Lesson 5, the Han. We're going to take a look at the Han Dynasty today. Here's a brief lesson overview. As you can see, we're going to take a look at the Han. We are going to look at Confucius and the Silk Road. So this lesson is packed with a lot of information. Let's take a look at our lesson introduction. Historians look for changes over time in societies, but they also look for continuity, for things to stay the same. In China, people welcomed the change from the Qin to the Han Dynasty. The Han kept the good features of the Qin Dynasty, such as a unified central government, but they instituted many needed reforms. The 400 years of Han rule herald great advances in technology, commerce, and education. Even today, Chinese refer to themselves as the people of the Han. Don't forget to click on that lesson resources button at the beginning of the lesson to pull up your student guide, which will direct you through the lesson. Don't forget to take a look at today's objectives, print out that notes guide, and take notes on all of the following objectives. You want to be able to describe the main achievements of the Han Dynasty. So anytime you read about an achievement, write that down. Describe the role of Confucian teaching in the Han Dynasty. Explain the significance of the Analects of Confucius. And describe the emerging importance of trade on the Silk Road. Qin Shi Huangdi thought he had founded a dynasty that would last for 10,000 generations. But less than 5 years after his death, it was replaced by the Han Dynasty. So we've already said today most Chinese consider themselves the people of the Han. So we want to see why is that. So it tells us to look at the student guide. And so when we look at the student guide, our next activity is to read. So make sure that you read chapter 2 from the Han Dynasty and the legacy of Confucius to the end. So you'll be reading pages 173 to 177. Make sure you read that and take notes. Make sure that you list the achievements of the Han Dynasty as you are reading in your notes guide. And then when you're finished, you will come to class and we will take a look at some of the information that you read about. After you read, you will do a quick activity in your course answering the question of why the Chinese today consider themselves to be the people of the Han. So you'll click on that activity and complete that. And then you'll take a look at Confucius and the Han, because Confucius died long before the Han Dynasty came into power, but his philosophy and teachings had a strong influence on the Han emperors. So you're going to click on the activity on this page and check Confucius and the Han activity and explore what Confucius taught and how the emperors of the Han Dynasty put his teachings into practice. And like I said, this lesson is packed with great information. So the next activity, you're going to focus on some geography and take a look at the Silk Road. Geographers often study movement, so the transfer of people, goods, and ideas from one part of the world to another. So throughout the ages, economic needs and desires have promoted much of the movement in the world. Early people searching for food migrated from Asia to the Americas by following animal herds. That's what we started out learning in our history course. The Sumerians traveled up the rivers and along the Mediterranean coast as they traded their wheat and barley for cedar. And then in the 16th century, the search for trade led explorers around the world. Famine in the 1840s pushed nearly 1 million Irish to come to the United States, and in recent years, many people have moved across the country or the world to keep or find work. So, as people move, styles, traditions, and information move along with them. So take a minute and complete the activity and focus on the geography on the Silk Road. So bring your notes guide and your activities to class. We will go over these and review them. I will see you on the flip side. Look for the flip follow-up in your Class Connect schedule, and I will see you soon. Have fun.